Okay, today we're going to do a tangle that looks like a flower and is called Hennadrun. And this is what one of them looks like. And what I'm going to do first is I'm going to create a spiral. And I'm going to make it towards the left because I don't want it to be the whole entire tile. Because the other side of the tile we're going to do something else. Okay. Now what we're going to do is you're going to start with your outer part of the swirl. The inner part is going to have some little orbs. I'm just going to make a couple little orbs there just so you know what I mean. So as we go along, that's going to start looking like a little chain. But on the outside, that's the inside of the swirl. The outside, we're going to start doing some florals. Okay, so I start with a little hump, and then I'm going to make a little couple of petals there. And the key is that you make them right on top of each other. Now you can fill in your Hennadrun and you can make a little or a little aura there so that there's a little space between where the dark is and where the light is, like that. And then I'm going to go over here and make another one. I'm going to start on this side at the edge and make some petals. And then do this over here. So they're nearly touching each other. I didn't mean for it to be that close, but you know, what can you do? I'm going to make mine a little further away this time. Okay, and then I'm going to do the little aura there, so then the middle is going to be colored in. And then I'm going to start with my leaf, or petal rather. And do that. I'm changing my pen here. My pen is skipping. Okay. I have a tendency to go too fast. Maybe you want to slow down to make sure your petals come out the way you want them to. And that seems to be going off. Okay. Some of you may make better petals than I do. I have a habit of going too fast, so I'm trying to slow down here. And if you get close to the edge, you just kind of mimic where it's going to be. Like that. Okay, so now that's our Hennadrums there. So now we want to go in and add some details. So I'm going to start in the beginning and make a few little flicks. So I'm going to take my pen and flick it in each little petal 3 times. You can do it, you know, as only 2 times, 3 times, whatever you feel like it needs to be to fill up the flower. Okay. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some more of these little orbs. Now this is something that you can do. You don't have to do it all now. You can add some of it to, you can do some of it now and add to it later. But it adds more detail. Don't worry about it. Try not to think about it being tedious. Try to just get into the meditative part of it. Just continuing on, little orbs. Kind of let your mind go free. It's easy to get impatient if you think about where you want it to go, but if you just let your mind wander, you don't know what you're going to end up with. And that's the beauty of Zentangle. Okay, so now I'm done with those little orbs, and now I'm starting to like how it's coming along. So now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it in another tangle. So we're going to do a grid tangle. I'm just going to kind of randomly, well, it's not totally random, I'm trying to get my flowers separately. Okay. And then I'm going to bring it across here. And then I'm going to bring this one across here, like that. Now there's a couple of different tangles that you can do here. You can add some more grid lines and do a tangle that we went over a few days ago called Bales. Or we can do a Knight's Bridge, which is kind of like a checkerboard. But for this one, I'm going to do something pretty simple. I'm going to add another line here. I'm going to do something pretty simple, which is just kind of bordering without connecting the lines on the insides of here. So it's like that. So you're going to border the insides like that. But not connecting the lines. And depending on what, if you have a regular square, then you won't have to do these little angles here, depending on what you're using to do your tangling. I'm going to go inside here. This also adds some depth. Okay, I'm kind of liking the way that looks. So there you have it, your Hennadrun in a spiral. And I'm not sure if this is even called a tangle, what we did in the background there. It kind of just looks like it's laying on a tile floor with a little depth in it. And then the next thing you can do is your shading. Taking a pencil, and I am going to go underneath the little orbs here. And then I'm going to blend them in. Now, you might not have something to blend it. You can use your finger. You can get a cotton ball and use a cotton ball. And that gives it a little bit more depth as well. And then you can do alongside of these little lines here. And get some more depth there. So that's that. That is your Zentangle for today. Hope you had fun. Thanks for watching.